जगन्नाथनाथं सदानन्दभाजं भवद्भव्यभूतेश्वरं भूतनाथम्.
Hi friends, this is NJ, host on this channel. So we will continue our discussion around different major arcana cards. The card which we are going to discuss today is the card number 4, the Emperor card, and we will have our discussion on the same 4 parameters. First, we will try to understand the illustration, the design of this card, because each element of this card indicate towards certain peculiar personality trait, situation, experience, circumstance, and because I have already explained to people that these designs are the treasure house, are the combination of all different kinds of mysteries, different religions, different philosophies, Kabbalah, astrology, numerology combined together in these cards. Next, we will try to understand the divinatory meaning of these cards. Next, we will try to understand that what would remain to be the case when you will find this card to be reversed in your reading, because in tarot readings, even the reverse card means something. And last would remain to be the real life situation where this card can be fitted in the life of someone. So let's just start our discussion with a quick recap of all what we have studied so far. We have already discussed that tarot is basically used for doing character analysis, to get a glimpse of the future, to get an immediate solution of your dilemmas, of your confusions, what you're going through, and last, to elevate, to increase your spiritual state. Trust me on this, guys, once you start practicing tarot sincerely, you'll automatically get to know that there are some guiding energies, the cosmic energies, which help you make your decisions in the life. Because otherwise, why certain same level of card would come in your readings, which are indicating and which are in sync with the circumstances of situations which you're going through. So this same principle of the functioning of the tarot has been explained by the famous psychologist Carl Jung, via his this theory of synchronicity. According to him, the world doesn't only work on the principle of the cause and effect. All those coincidences which happens in our life, they indicate towards certain peculiar thing. So let's just start our discussion. We have already discussed that there are different major tarot decks available all across the world. The deck which we are doing and following is the most basic one, and as a beginner, it's very recommended that you should always start your tarot journey, your tarot learning with these Rider-Waite tarot cards. So Rider-Waite tarot cards were being produced and developed in the year 1910 by the famous occultist author Edward Waite. On his instruction, the illustrator Pamela Colman Smith developed these cards. So these tarot Rider-Waite tarot cards can be divided into 2 chunks: the major arcana cards and the minor arcana cards. See, major arcana cards, arcana is a Latin word which means secret. So major arcana cards are very important because they tell about some higher spiritual cosmic energies, higher reasons. Even in the reading, if any major arcana card has come, it would just mean something of grave importance, of grave significance, something which is has got a very long lasting and very impactful meaning in the life of the person. And these major arcana cards are 22 in numbers. It constitutes of one unnumbered card which is known as the Fool, and another 21 numbered cards. It has been believed that Fool is the manifestation of the soul, the spirit, which goes through the journey of life and meets different kind of these 21 experiences, goes through hopes, joys, sorrows before attaining the fulfillment in the final card. These 22 major arcana cards are very important because 22, if you'll go by the different occult and mystic sciences, so even the tree of life carries the 22 path. Even the Hebrew alphabet carries the 22 letters. So this is what the significance of the major arcana cards. Then there's another chunk which is the minor arcana cards. So minor arcana cards are 56 in numbers, which tells about the mundane life. Your emotions, your concerns, your daily livelihood gets seen from these minor arcana cards. So we in our this discussion on the major arcana card series, we have already discussed the Fool card, which tells about the beginning. We have already discussed the Magician card, which tells about taking action. We have discussed the High Priestess card, which tells about non-action, being receptive to the influences. And we have discussed the Emperor's card. The Emperor's card, which tells about the material wealth, amenities, luxury, fertile subconscious. So we have discussed all of that. When it comes to understanding this emperor card, so let's begin our discussion first by understanding the illustration first. So like the way what you can see, because this illustration is in itself very much very easy to comprehend. You can see this person who looks very commanding, who looks very stern. Even the the throne on which iron throne on which he is sitting is being decorated with the ram's head. The ram's head, ram is the emblem of the planet Mars, so which in itself infuses the energy, the confidence, the love for discipline in his constitution, in his personality, in his outlook. Along with that, this symbol of ram is also on his left shoulder. As you can see, on his right hand there is a Egyptian symbol ankh on his hand, and on the left the globe. So which just tells about his this perspective of discipline, his discipline streak is applicable to everyone. And even in the background you'll see this kind of dry mountain, which also tells about that he is he's like very uncompromising in terms of his application and abiding of the law and discipline in the life. So this is what this the illustration of this emperor card represents. Now when it comes to understanding the the divinatory meaning, so the divinatory meaning of this emperor card can be understood on 4 parameters. First, this card tells about the fathering. Like a way a father protects his family, his children, he becomes kind of a guiding light to his children. So same way, this is what this card represents. Second thing is, this card also tells about being emphasized on the structure, that things are being executed in a prescribed way. You need to abide by the law, the discipline. Third, this card also tells about exercising authority. Being in a very respectable and a very leadership role. You need to be very competent. You need to have a proper a hold on the subordinates who are working under you. And the last is, this card also tells about the regulation. So the regulation of the law, regulation of the rules are being also represented by this card. When it comes to understanding what would remain to be the case when this card would come out to be reversed in your reading. So first of all, upright card like this means control, authority, power, domination. You are being even when it comes to the matters of the sexuality, the person is very restrained, the person is very balanced even in those aspects. When it comes to understanding this card's meaning reverse, so this could indicate the person is very emotionally immature, bondage to parents, loss of authority, loss of control, and in some cases even the losses in some kind of legal matters, some kind of the person is not has remained very lucky in getting his due inheritance, due legacies. So this is what all this card represents. Now when it comes to understanding its meaning in real life, in the reading, so first of all this card generally tells about all those situations where the person needs to have guts, the person needs to have this entrepreneurial streak. So let's say, for example, if someone has come to you and he is being struck in a very in a team player kind of profile, and this card has come out in a reading, so this would just indicate that the person has got more leadership qualities. The person has the potential and capacity to run his own show, to become an entrepreneur. So this is all what this card indicates in real life situation as well, that the person has a control of his situation, of his emotions. The person is very disciplined, person is very unbiased, and the person has a potential and power to handle and any kind of adversity which the life is putting at him. So this is all what I wanted to say on this, the Emperor card. This card is even treated and considered as the partner card of the Empress card. So it is its duty, the card duty of the Emperor, to keep a hold, to keep a check that whether all the kind of amenities and luxuries are not being used in a negative way and the person is not getting exploited. So this was what my view on the Emperor card. I hope I made myself very informational and clear in this video. For further more updates and notification on tarot, please subscribe my channel and like my Facebook page. Thanks.
Shivo